It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and certainly it's a privilege to be streaming into your home right now or onto your mobile device, or maybe you listen to the podcast or you're on one of the on-demand streaming platforms. Thanks for inviting us to your morning huddle this morning. We really appreciate that. Now, every morning we get started with a case study. And the case study this morning, well, here's the story. Every company wants to boost sales, but not every brand figures out how to actually really do it. So many start off by launching a social media initiatives, hoping that they'll get results. Yet very few are able to manage and truly build their audience. Well, there is a company out there that did it, and everybody wants to follow it, and it's called Teeks. And Teeks, the shoe company known for its colorful flats, Teeks has turned its customers into an online supportive community, and they've been able to leverage this bond to be able to do some amazing things. And here are some lessons in business that we all can learn from Teeks' approach. First, creating a sense of community can be challenging. We already know that, especially with so much going on in today's time. It seems like everything is scroll, stop. But Teeks is using their Facebook public group account. It's called Teeks Anonymous, by the way, if you want to go check it out, with over 40,000 users at the time of this case study, or members. And this forum offers not just new products, that's not what it's all about, but it's also a platform for other Teeks members to connect and to support each other. So Teeks uses it as a group home, or a group home, uses it as a home for all of its passionate fans. And it's really a crucial part of their sales strategy, their sales message. But here's the challenge that they have that many folks don't. Teeks went beyond the solution of just selling shoes. The company tapped into this power of sales strategy by focusing first on building a community, by engaging with their audience in meaningful ways, finding what the audience wanted. So not only were they keeping people engaged, but they were also saying, what would you like? What would you like to see? And then they did it. And then came back and said, look, this is what you asked for. Here's what it is. So this strategy does not just talk about selling shoes. And that's the point I want to make. It creates an investment into the community. It creates a connection, and it also builds support. So what's the big takeaway that you can have as a CEO this morning? Because certainly it's not all just about shoes, by the way. Here it is. Teeks' approach shows that aligning your business, aligning your sales message with a community of folks who have a problem, not only can it accelerate sales, not only can it build loyalty, but at the end of the day, it allows you to grow the revenue and make a meaningful impact in the world. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you this morning on the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks for inviting me in. We don't take it lightly, by the way. It's an honor to be able to serve you. We get started every morning for all the CEOs that are out there watching with our mantra. And our mantra is very straightforward. It's very simple, but it's something that we believe in, just like maybe you say your gratitude or you say your affirmations every morning. And ours is just this. Focus on sales. As the CEO, focus on sales. What did I say? Focus on sales. What did I say? Focus on sales. Now you might say, why do that, Shay? Because if you can't focus on sales, just as an entrepreneur, as a CEO with your sales department, if you can't focus on sales or focus on your sales department, then you can't be in sales. That's why you're on this call. Here's the big reason. Here's the big aha. Sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. Now, I know you get it as a CEO intellectually, it makes sense to you, but I want you to know it's the oxygen. It's everything that you need right now to be successful. So at the end of the day, my first point is selling is serious business. Selling is serious business. Now, we also as a CEO take a look every morning and say, well, if that's our mantra, what is our pledge to the sales department so we can make this a reality? And our pledge as a CEO is that we're going to learn, we're going to earn, and we're going to return. So every single day when we get up, our number one mission is to make sure that we learn, we earn, and we what? We return. As a matter of fact, repeat these words after me. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from existing clients, in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. We get together every morning with some key objectives. It's not just a rah-rah. This is a quick huddle that we get together. We want to take a look at our sales progress. We want to see what's going on in the sales department. What progress are we making? And also, just like the case study this morning, what are some of the challenges that are out there? Some challenges that we have to deal with. And then we got to understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to be successful. Sales pillar number 1 is you must have a CEO sales plan. Sales pillar number 2 is you must understand your sales cycle. Sales pillar number 3 is your sales message. And every morning we go really deep. And I love talking about the CEO sales dashboard. We do a whole segment just on the CEO sales dashboard in just a couple of minutes. Can't wait. And then you got to have a sales team. I mean, how are you going to sell? I mean, maybe you are the sales team and the sales results are dependent on you, and that's cool, but you're here at the CEO Sales Huddle as a CEO to focus on your sales department. For those folks that are connecting with us for the very first time and you're out there, I'd love to say good morning to you. Do me a favor. If you're on one of the streaming platforms, you can look below the video and put hashtag I'm here. If you can look below the video and you happen to be on one of the platforms and you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. For all those folks that are on the on-demand platform, because you can see me, but I can't see you. I love to communicate. I respond to every single message that come back. Let's go and connect. I mean, Instagram is my jam. But you can find me at I am Che Brown. I want to see what you're up to. Love to connect with you and what you're doing, by the way, and be a supporter of what you're doing. So if you haven't already, make sure you connect with me over there, by the way. CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So I get it that you know how to sell, but how do I sell more faster, Shay? And our big why, and this is why you show up for the CEO Sales Huddle. This is why we love getting together with you. Our big why is about sales growth, sales accountability, and consistency. So we're going to be consistent over and over and over again, by the way. And then we only ask for 15 minutes a day. So when you come together for the CEO Sales Huddle in a minute, we're going to get to the CEO dashboard. We only ask for 15 minutes a day. Why? Because there's 1,440 minutes in every day. Never 1,441. So we wanted to take 1% of your day as a CEO and focus on the sales department, which you're responsible for as a CEO, even if you're the only person or you have a large organization. But what's our number one outcome? As the CEO of the company, what is our sales department goal? For some of you, this is higher. Some of you is lower. But look, at least $100,000 plus a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. And this is over and beyond whatever you're earning today. Your sales department earns $100,000 plus of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue because of your sales strategy, because of your sales message, because of your sales funnels, and then your sales systems that all come together that allow you to really scale the business. And I'm super excited about that goal, by the way. And oftentimes the question comes up, hey, Shay, how do you really get to $100,000 a month? Like, seriously, sounds good, but how do you get there? Now, one of the things we had to do is we had to go back and take a look at it. What were we working with on our private clients? How do we get them there? You know, one of the factors was the sales dashboard. One of the key ingredients was what gets measured gets managed, what gets managed gets better. And there were 5 categories that we managed over and over and over again and reviewed and tweaked and changed as the CEO. And that made the biggest difference. Now, you can go download the CEO Sales Dashboard. If you don't have it, you can go over to www.ceosalesdashboard.com and you can download it. And it has 5 key metrics. There's leads. Now, so you got to have leads coming in. There's appointments. How many appointments is the team setting? Who are they working with? What conversations are being had? We'll talk about that in a minute. 1-to-1 over the phone, offers, deals, and repeat business. Now, if you haven't downloaded the CEO Sales Dashboard, go download it right now. We're going to go over to it like right now. Let me go back. We're going to go over to it right now. And then once you get there, you'll be able to see it. Here it is right here. Now, there are a couple of different categories. They're leads. Now, we know we got to have leads coming in, whether it's cold leads, warm leads, hot leads. You go to today's date. And as you go down, you can do it by product. But right now, we're looking at the CEO dashboard, which lumps it all together for now, right? There's offers. How many offers does a company make? And then I want you to go take a look at one of the key areas, which is deals. Now, the way I used to measure deals back in the day was the deal either got done or it didn't get done, right? I mean, it was a pretty simple formula, by the way. For you today, we look at it a little differently. We look at how many deals closed. So you look at the sales department yesterday. How many deals closed? You can put down the value of those deals if you want. You can go back and look at the last week, how many deals closed, the last 3 weeks, the last month, and you can break it down by product. I get that, but I used to just stop there. And then I discovered that I was really beating myself up too much. I was focusing too much on the sale and not the value that I was offering and or the offer that I made to serve people. So I started saying, wait a minute. We know that the fortune is in the follow-up. What if we expand this category? Now, you want to get to $100,000 a month? Sometimes you have to pivot. Okay, you make changes, you make adjustments as you go out. And I said, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to look at 3 other categories. We're going to look at hot, warm, and cold. And looking at hot, warm, and cold, we'll have this description. Now, this may work for some of you, and some of you may have to tweak it a little bit. Some of you, it makes sense. Some of you, it doesn't make any sense. But let's look at it a couple ways. One of the ways is hot deals are deals that we look to close in the next 10 days. So 0 to 10 days, they're going to wire the money, give us an ACH, transfer the funds, give us the credit card, sign the contract, whatever it may be. And then we had to go back and look a little further and say there's warm leads. And warm leads are deals that are going to close in 0 to 20 days. There's a lot of factors. I don't want to get into the details here. And then last is cold leads. And cold leads are, they're not leads, they're deals. That means we've had the conversation. We believe they're ready. And it's probably going to be a little more than 30 days, like 20 plus days. And so it doesn't mean we're not going to follow up because we know the fortune is in the follow up. It's just not expected to happen as quick as we want. Now, once you do that, it's easy to manage your time, manage what you're going to focus on. Then we come back to the other side and we say, I tell you what, let's go now and let's take a look at what's working. And let's celebrate some wins. And powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions at the end of the day steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So let's focus on 3 questions. Number 1, what are you most proud of? Doesn't that sound good? Number 2, for the sales department, only for the sales department, yesterday, what was your biggest accomplishment? Like seriously, like right now, you slow down. You're the CEO. You've allocated the resources. You've allocated the sales processes. You've got the people, maybe even if it's just you. But in that department, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday? I'm not talking about last week, just yesterday. And then what do you want to brag about? Don't you love it? Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. But we're going to go to the other side because we know there's some challenges. We did a whole case study this morning. We looked at the challenges that case study had. Now we're going to ask ourselves 3 powerful questions. And this is something I want you to do. Like seriously, I want you to slow down for a moment. Just hang in there. We're almost at the end. But this is very powerful. And that is, what was your biggest roadblock in your sales department yesterday? Someone raised their hand and said, this is our challenge. Number 2, what's preventing you today from moving forward? Like when you go back and you look at all that you're doing in the sales department right now, and you say, man, what's preventing us today? What's our biggest challenge in the sales department just today? And then last, what's the one thing you're going to do? You're the CEO. You get to make that decision. What's the one thing you're going to do in the sales department? And make a decision you're going to get it done. Make a decision you're going to get it done. It's going to happen. Today is that day that it does happen for you or for anyone that's watching. My message of the day is focus on being able to connect closer with your clients. Now, I want you to look at what we just did. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And the only way to measure it is to know exactly what you're measuring to get to $100,000 a month. And the way to do that is to be very clear about what's going on in your CEO sales dashboard. As I talk about the message today, what I want you to know is that we're not going to get caught up in just worrying about we're doing big things. Remember, small hinges swing big doors. So I want you to really focus on the things you can control. Control the controllers and make a decision as a CEO. You're not dibbling and dabbling. You're all in. When you do that as the CEO and you make those decisions for the sales department, small hinges swing big doors, you'll start seeing big results. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It's been an honor and a privilege to be streaming directly into your phone or on your tablet. And maybe you're having breakfast. Maybe you're in the car. Maybe some of you are at the gym or in an airplane or listening to the podcast. No. I appreciate you. With that being said, make it a great day, and we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless, and keep doing God's work. I'll see you at the next CEO Sales Huddle. Peace, everybody. We out of here. Bye-bye.